Be me. 26-year-old feminist dating boyfriend for 2 years living together. I'm social worker making 52K. He's accountant making 68K decent life. Moved in together 6 months ago, excited to start our life together. He works from home 2 days a week. I work in office every day. Relationship is good. We split rent evenly and share most expenses. Both of us single before, so learning how to live with partner first time. Start noticing he expects me to cook dinner most nights when get home. He says it makes sense since I get home, hour before him most days. Tell him that's traditional gender role expectation. I won't be fulfilling here. He looks confused. Says he just meant whoever gets home first could start. Explain to him that cooking has been used to oppress women for centuries. Tell him that expecting women to cook reinforces patriarchal household dynamics. Say that I refuse to participate in gendered domestic labor division anymore. He says he's not expecting, because I'm woman, just because home first. Tell him that's what he says, but it's rooted in societal expectations. Say that throughout history, women were confined to kitchen as their domain. He says, okay, so what do you want to do about dinner then? Tell him we should take turns cooking or just each make our own food. He says, okay, that's fair. We can alternate who cooks each night then. Feel satisfied that I've set this boundary early in our cohabitation here. First week of alternating, and his nights, he makes actual meals for both. Chicken and vegetables, pasta dishes stir. Fry actual effort put into cooking. My nights. I make sandwiches or heat up frozen meals or order takeout. He asks if I'm going to make something for him too, on my nights. Tell him I'm making my own food. He can make his own as well. He says, but I cook for both of us on my nights. Thought that was deal. Tell him I never agreed to cook for him. That's his assumption based on gender. Say that I'm cooking for myself, and he's responsible for feeding himself. He looks frustrated but doesn't argue, just makes himself sandwich on my nights. Notice he seems disappointed, but tell myself I'm standing up for principles. Month into this arrangement, and he's still cooking real meals on his nights. I'm still doing sandwiches or frozen pizza or just snacking on my nights. He mentions that it would be nice if I actually cooked real food sometimes. Tell him cooking is domestic labor that women have been forced to do. Say that I refuse to perform traditional feminine roles in our relationship. He says he's not asking me to perform role, just share responsibility. Tell him responsibility would mean we both do it, but I've opted out. Say that it's my choice not to engage in gendered labor, needs respect that. He goes quiet and says, fine, I'll just cook for myself on my nights too. Stops cooking for both of us, now just makes his own portions on nights. 2 months in, and we're basically living like roommates, not couple. He makes his dinners, I make mine, we eat separately or at different times. No more sitting down together for meals, no more talking about our days. Feel like something is missing, but tell myself, this is what equality looks like. Notice he's been learning new recipes, watching cooking videos, trying new things. His meals look and smell amazing while I'm eating cereal for dinner again. Feel jealous that he's enjoying good food, but won't compromise my principles. Mention that it smells good what he's making, and he says, thanks keeps cooking. Ask if he made enough for 2, and he says no. Just made portion for myself. Realize he's doing exactly what I told him to do, but feels lonely somehow. His friends come over for dinner one night, and he cooks elaborate meal. I'm in bedroom eating leftover pizza while they're all laughing in dining room. Feel excluded from social event happening in my own apartment with my boyfriend. Come out and ask why he didn't include me in dinner plans with friends. He says I didn't think you'd want to participate since you don't cook. Tells me his friends were asking about recipes and cooking tips, sharing ideas. Says he didn't think I'd be interested since I've made it clear I reject cooking. Sit there realizing I've created situation where I'm excluded from his social life. Go back to bedroom and eat my pizza alone while hearing them have fun. Tell myself I'm staying true to my feminist values even if it's isolating. 3 months living together, and he started doing meal prep on Sundays. Makes all his lunches and dinners for week, stores them in his containers. Labels them with his name, so I know they're not for me to eat. I'm still buying frozen meals and takeout, spending way more money on food. Mention that meal prep seems expensive and time-consuming for just one person. He says actually it's cheaper and healthier than what you're doing with takeout. Tell him that's great for him, but I'm not interested in performing domestic labor. He shrugs and says, Okay, just thought you might want to save money. Eat better, continues his meal prep routine every Sunday, while I order delivery again tonight. Notice he's lost some weight and looks healthier while I've gained weight from diet. His sister visits for weekend and she helps him cook big family dinner. They're in kitchen together, laughing and cooking and having great time bonding. I'm sitting on couch scrolling, phone feeling left out of the fun they're having. She asks if I want to help, and I tell her I don't cook because gender roles. She looks confused and says I love cooking. It's how I relax and show love. Tell her that's internalized misogyny, making her think she should enjoy it. She says no, I genuinely enjoy it. Not everything is political statement about gender. They finish cooking and set table for three, but I feel uncomfortable joining now. Eat with them, but it's awkward because I contributed nothing to this meal. His sister keeps talking about recipes and cooking with him, ignoring me completely. 4 months in, and he's been invited to friend's house for dinner party. He spends all day Saturday making impressive dish to bring to the party. Ask what I should bring, and he says whatever you want to contribute, I guess. Tell him I'm not cooking anything, because that reinforces gender expectations at parties. He says, okay, then just bring wine or something. Store-bought, that's fine too. Show up to party with cheap bottle of wine, while everyone else brought homemade. His friend's girlfriend made amazing dessert, and everyone praising her for it. She's getting so much positive attention for her cooking skills and effort clearly. Feel jealous and left out as everyone bonds over sharing food they made. Boyfriend and his dish get tons of compliments, people asking for recipe from him. Realize I'm invisible at this party because I didn't participate in cooking culture. See him talking to his friend's girlfriend about cooking and recipes for a long time. They're laughing and excited, showing each other photos of dishes they've made. Feel threatened by how much they have in common and how animated he is. Never seen him this excited talking to me about anything. Lately we've grown distant. She mentions she loves trying new recipes and cooking. For people makes her happy. He says that's exactly how he feels about it. It's creative outlet and love language. Realize cooking is actually important to him, and way he shows care for people. But I've rejected it entirely as anti-feminist statement, and he's noticed that rejection. Watch them exchange numbers to share recipes and feel sick to my stomach. Tell him on drive home that he seemed very friendly with that girl at party. He says she's nice and they have shared interest in cooking, something we don't. 5 months living together, and he barely talks to me anymore, just coexists. Comes home, makes his meal, prep eats alone in his room while watching shows. I'm eating my takeout alone in living room, scrolling phone, no interaction between us. Try to plan date night, and he says, sure, where do you want to get takeout from? Tell him maybe we could cook something together at home, make it special romantic. He looks at me like I'm crazy and says, I thought you don't cook gender roles. Remind him that cooking together as couple is different than me cooking for him. He says, how is it different? You've spent 5 months refusing to participate. Tells me you made your position very clear and I've respected your boundary. Realize I've created wall between us that I don't know how to break down. His mom visits for a week and asks if I'll help her make his favorite meal. Tell her I don't cook because it's gendered labor and I won't participate. She looks disappointed and says, oh, I thought you'd want to do something nice. Tell her there are other ways to show love besides conforming to gender expectations. She says cooking is how our family shows love. It's not about gender, it's care. Tells me she taught him to cook because she wanted him to be self-sufficient. Says she's proud he can take care of himself, unlike a lot of men his age. Realize his mom raised him to be feminist dream partner, but I'm treating like problem. Watch her cook his favorite meal and see how happy it makes him to eat. Feel pang of sadness that I'll never make him happy like that, because principles. 6 months living together, and he tells me he's unhappy in our relationship overall. Says he feels like we're roommates who split rent, not partners building life. Tells me cooking and sharing meals is important to him. It's his love language. Say that's unfortunate, but I won't compromise my feminist values to perform gender. He says it's not about gender roles, it's about sharing in basic human activity. Tells me eating together and cooking together builds intimacy and connection between partners. Say that's socialized belief based on traditional family structures we should reject. He looks exhausted and says, everything with you is political statement, nothing just living. Asks me, do you even enjoy your life, eating takeout alone? Every night angry, sit there realizing I'm actually pretty miserable, but too stubborn to admit it. He starts going to his friend's house for dinner, few times week after work. Says his friend's girlfriend is teaching him new cooking techniques. He's learning a lot. Feel jealous that he's eating home-cooked meals with another woman regularly. Confront him about it, and he says, "You won't cook, and I want to enjoy food." Tell him it's inappropriate to go to another woman's house for dinner so often. He says her boyfriend is there too. It's not like that. They're teaching me. Says they actually enjoy cooking and eating together, something you refuse to do. Tells me, maybe if you participated in meals with me, I wouldn't need eat elsewhere. Realize I'm pushing him towards spending time with couple who shares his values, but still too proud to admit that my stance on cooking is destroying relationship. 7 months in, and he's barely home anymore, always at his friend's place. Comes home late after I'm already in bed, leaves early before I wake up. Feel like I'm living alone, even though we share apartment and split bills. Confront him about avoiding me, and he says there's nothing here for me anymore. Tells me you've made it clear you won't share basic life activities like cooking. Says all we do is exist in same space, we don't build anything together. Ask him what he wants from me, and he says he wants partner who shares life. Tell him I share life with him, just not the parts rooted in patriarchal roles. He says cooking isn't patriarchal, it's human, and you've turned it into political war. Walks away and I hear him on phone making plans to have dinner elsewhere. 8 months, and he tells me he's been spending a lot of time with friend's girlfriend, says she's been teaching him, and they've gotten close as friends through cooking. Feel panic in my chest, because I know where this is going. Before he tells me nothing physical has happened, but he's developed feelings for her. Says she represents everything he wants in partner, someone who enjoys simple domestic. Tells me she cooks because she loves it, not because anyone forces her. It's choice. Says feminist women can enjoy cooking if they want to. You've made it forbidden. Tells me she's actually more feminist than you because she makes her own choices. Asks me why you get to decide what feminism means and ban cooking for women. Sit there unable to answer, because he's right. I've been policing what feminism looks. Tell him I can change, I can start cooking. I'll learn recipes we can together. He says it's too late for that. You've spent 8 months refusing and judging. Tells me you made me feel bad about something I love doing, calling anti-feminist. Says you rejected fundamental part of who I am and how I show love. Tells me she accepts that part of me encourages it, participates in it with joy. Says her boyfriend is okay with them being friends, they all cook together sometimes. But he's realizing he wants partner who shares his passion. Not judges it oppressive, asks me, can you honestly say you'll ever enjoy cooking, or will you resent forever? Realize I probably will always resent it, because I've built my identity around rejecting. He tells me he's moving out and ending our relationship. She's leaving her boyfriend, month after breakup, and see on social media they're officially together now. She posts photos of elaborate meals they've cooked together, looking happy and domestic. Comments full of people saying they're adorable couple, and food looks amazing. He looks genuinely happy in every photo, smiling while cooking with her. She posts about how much she loves cooking for people who appreciate it. Realize she's everything I refused to be, and he's everything he wanted. Tried to make cooking into feminist issue when really it was just human connection. Now I'm alone eating microwave dinners while he's sharing homemade meals. Try to date other guys and find myself in same pattern rejecting domestic. Tell dates I don't cook, and they usually don't call back after a few weeks. One guy says he wants partner who can share all aspects of life, including tell him that's sexist expectation, and he says no. It's just wanting compatible. Realize I've made myself incompatible with most men by rejecting basic life skill. Talk to therapist, and she asks if I actually believe cooking is oppressive. Sit there unable to answer because I've forgotten why I took this stance. Spent 8 months destroying relationship over principle. I'm not even sure believe. Year later, and see they're engaged. She's posting ring photos and wedding. They're planning to cook their own wedding food with help from friends. She posts about how cooking brought them together and how they bond. Realize she built relationship on foundation of shared joy, while I built refusal. See him comment on her posts about how lucky he is to have partner. They're getting married at small venue with homemade food from recipes. Wasn't invited. Obviously, I'm the ex who refused to participate in basic activity. Watch from outside as he builds life with woman, who didn't make cooking war. Still don't cook much now at 28, eating mostly takeout and frozen meals. Haven't gained skills or saved money or improved health, just stayed committed. Look at my life objectively and realize I'm alone. Unhealthy, broke, and isolated, while he's thriving with partner who shares his passion for cooking, creating. Tell myself I stood up for feminist values, but really rejected intimacy connection. Cooking wasn't about gender roles. It was about sharing labor, creating together. Now, someone else gets the partner who wanted to cook with me, get principles. Learn that dying on every ideological hill means dying alone on those hills.